Well, what is going on, YouTube? Today we are here to discuss a brand new trade that I actually just took on the account that we are tracking together, that we are growing together. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it and discuss the trade I took. So what you can see here is this is a graph of what the trade actually looks like. So this is called the double ratio spread trade, or the double ratio spread Batman trade. And the reason this is the case is because it sort of looks like a Batman. You can see how this chart pattern you can see the two Batman ears, if you like, and then you've got the flat in the middle. So what this actually is this is two 1-to-3 ratio spreads, one on the call side and one on the put side. Now you have seen that I actually talk quite a lot about the 1-to-3 ratio spreads. They're one of my favorite strategies. I do them all the time on the put side. But this is what it looks like if you actually take one on either side. So in this case, this is just an example. I didn't take the trade on SPX, but we're just going to show you this example first. Then we're going to get into the trade that I actually took. I would never take this trade on SPX. This is literally just to demonstrate what it is and how it works. So what you can see is the way on this exact example, you can see that you're getting a $3,725 gain anywhere on this flat line. So if it ends up right in the middle, that's what you're gaining. If it ends up extending to the Batman ears per se, your profit goes way up. So if it ends up anywhere in this spike, you start to get your max profit range on either of the sides, and then it breaks off and goes back down, and then you've got your break even prices. So the way you set this up is you buy one put, and then you sell 3 below it. You buy one call and you sell 3 above it, and then dependent on your width will depend on the amount of max profit you can get here. And in this tent, it will change this tent. So you can watch the put side here. If I drag this closer, you can see the tent gets smaller. If I drag it further away, the tent gets much bigger. You can make up to 15k, but your initial credit gets a lot less. So you want to try and find a balance of where you want to keep this so you can get a lot of credit in this nice area. Obviously you can drag these out. So let's say we went 50 points down. So we went to 520, we went 50 points down on this. We went 50 points up on this. And 50 points up on this. Well, now look how wide it is. It's much wider. We have a much higher chance to make profit, but our tent profit is still massive, but we get less initial credit, and that is the trade-off that you've got to make. So I guess now that I've showed you this, let's get straight into my profile and show you what I have done to incorporate this into our trading strategy. So here's the one I took. You can see this is on Tasty Trade. This is on their little graph. And you can see if I was to zoom out. Don't you dare tell me Tasty Trade has crashed. It has. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're back after the crash on Tasty Trade now. Just fixed that. So this is the trade we took. This is actually on /ZB, which is the futures of the 20-year treasuries, or is it 30-year treasuries? I can't even remember myself right now. Either way, it's the treasuries. Now, why did I take this triangle? Well, if we look, and let's just come into the trade section on the table. So we already have a triangle right now for this. 29 days out, this is already in very good profit. We're going to let this expire worthless. As you can see, this is way outside expected move right now, with a delta of 0.01 and a delta of 0.01. So we're just going to let these expire worthless. We've still got another $100 or so to claim on this, so there's absolutely no reason why we would close this out at the minute. But if we go 57 days out, here is the Batman trade that I took. So the way it looks is I bought one of the 109 puts, sold 3 of the 107 puts, bought 1 of the 132 call, sold 3 of the 134 call. So as long as it stays within this range, we are going to make $203 on this trade. You could, if I had moved the short strikes one closer, it would have been 500. But for me, risk to reward, I like this area. You can see we are outside of a 2 standard deviation move on our 107 puts, and up here we are even further out. We're much further out from a 2 standard deviation move to the call side. Now, if we also look at the chart on ZB, we are in this consolidation range, which makes me very, very happy for the short-term strangle that we're in, because this is probably going to chop for another while, and by the time it breaks out, it'll be worthless. Now, when it comes to our Batman trade, this is the reason I took the Batman trade instead of a normal strangle. Because if we look at this chart, let's say this consolidates for another while and lets theta eat away at these contracts. When this eventually breaks out, if this breaks to the upside and we end within our range of that tent, we will hit our max profit. And if it breaks out to the downside and hits that range of the tent, we're going to hit our max profit. See, this thing isn't going to make an enormous move within the next couple of days because it has to consolidate first. So we let theta eat away at these contracts. And then by the time this breaks out, a big move won't hurt us as much. And if it can fall into that tent, we can make very, very good money. So our max profit on this trade is $2,000, but we're still collecting $200 no matter which direction the trade moves in. You can do this strategy on a lot of other tickers, but on ZB or on the treasuries is exactly the way I want to play this right now. We have got some data coming out on Friday, which will move this. However, I don't think it's going to be that big of a game changer to where, you know, this is going to rally the whole way to 134. Like, that's very, very unlikely. A move like this could flatten us, but I do believe it is going to chop for another while, get some more consolidation, and then if we have a move like this, that would greatly benefit us. That is pretty much all we've got to discuss in this video. I just wanted to make a quick one just to show you guys this trade, just to show you guys what this strategy is. I will do deeper depth videos into different strategies like this if you guys want. I know there's a lot of useless strategies out there which I sort of want to avoid, but I am sticking to the ones that I actually trade myself, because I'm not just going to spew bullshit to you guys that I just to get views. I want to actually inform you on what I'm doing, you know, because listen to what people do, not what they say. It's a saying, or it's the other way around, something like that anyway. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you want live trade signals, please make sure to go in the Discord, join our Discord. The link is in the description. As always, there's also about 4 or 5 free options coaches in there. They all post their signals in there for free. But if you want mine, it is behind the paywall, but it's very cheap, less than $1 a day. And for less than $1 a day so far on between options and stocks, we've made over $13,000 this year. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.